Welcome everybody, we are back with another video today with Facecam, and today we are going to talk about the meta analysis. So the ban list came 6 days ago, and we have the data out of YGO scope. So the data is based off the past 7 days, so it'd be 1 day with the old lists, but still, it's 6 days where people were testing around, and from the cards that came out, like from the ban list, like the Potimleos, the Stellar Knight, I don't know how to pronounce them well, that the Mystic Mine got banned and so on. We don't see any Stellar Light on this list. We don't see any anti-meta on this list. I know Runic has some anti-meta-ish play, but yeah, and Floranders as well. But those typical decks, people were thinking they would be popping off the list. They're not on the list. So what's on the list? This are based off 20,000 matches. So if you see the corner here, it says 20,000 matches. So from 20,000 matches, we have 7,000 Telement, 2,500 Frog Sprite, and 2,000 another Sprite. So we have over 4,500 Sprite matches. 2,100 we got with Floranders. Then we got Branded with 1,600. Runic with 1,500. Some videos I'm prepared, they're coming up soon. Sky Striker, I'm surprised. Sky Striker is also up in this list. It's just maybe, but we see from the win rate, it's not doing pretty much well. So yeah. Then we got Sword Sword Tenji, okay, Hero, and Rocket Guard Dragon. So now we're going to take a look at this here, so we can see from the matches. Let's make this a little bit bigger so you can see. So if you look at this pie cake, so this 35%, 1/3 of the current meta is played by Telement, I get Ishizu or whatever you call it. So this is already 1/3 alone. Then we got Sprite is also taking big pieces, is 22%. So if you put Sprite and Telements together, it's already 50% of the current meta. I know there are more matches, but I'm talking about the one that the top 10 that are most played. I know there were lots more decks on this scope, YGO scope, but I'm talking about the top 10 most played decks. So 50% is already by Sprite and Telement. Then later we have 11% of Floranders, 8% Branded, 7% Runic, 5% with Sky Striker, 4% with Sword Sword Tenji, 4% Hero, and 3% Rocket Guardian. Those are low. So let's take a look at the win rates. Let's make this a little bit smaller again, and let's make this one bigger. So none of them have more than 65%. So Telements played the most, 1/3, and also has 62% win rate. That's a lot. Frog Sprite, 65% win rate, and it's played the second most. And the normal Sprite has 58, so a little bit less. It's 7% less. Floranders, 60% win rate is also very decent. And then we have Branded, 50%, so 1 and 2 you win. Runic, 49%, is also a little bit lower. The lowest is Sky Striker. I don't know why people play it the most, but it has some win rate, but not the biggest. It's the lowest right now from the top 10 most played deck in the current meta. Then we got Sword Sword Tenji with 52%, and Hero with 47%, and last but not least Rocket with 54%, going a little bit higher. I looked off all these decks, and there's one. If I play an anti-meta deck, you can play the current anti-meta, but I found I found a deck, but there's a deck I used to play in the past, and I think it counters the current meta because it's also played 1/3 of the time. And you can, do you know what deck I'm talking about? Let me open Yu-Gi Pro and show you what deck I think should be played in this current meta because Telements is played a lot. Bestials are played a lot. There's one deck that pops up in my mind. I mean, they are not invincible, but they have a lot of counters to this. And this deck stuns the opponent very hard. So open up the deck. I'll give you 2 seconds or 3 seconds to think about what deck I'm talking about. You don't know? Okay, I'll show it to you right now. I'm talking about the Evil Swarms. Why Evil Swarms? We got Ophion. Ophion makes that level 5 or higher monsters cannot be special summons. So it stuns the whole bestial fusion from the Telements. Everything is stuns. Of course, they can still go their link. They can go still with the lower. And if they even somehow get the bestials to tribute summon, they cannot overcome Ophion because they have 2500 attack. They can double kill because Ophion has 2550. Then you play 3 of the Diffusor. You don't play macro because you still want your monsters to be in the grave, but whilst they are Xyz material, they are not directly monster field, so they go to the graveyard. So you play 3 Diffusor. You could maybe play triple dimensional shifter. You can play at the beginning to stop your opponent from doing shenanigans, and then have your Ophion on the field. Yeah, you can play the dimensional shifter. It's also very good. I'm thinking maining 2 of the Pandemic because there's a trap card from the bestials that can not bestial. It was from Exorcist, but they have some trap spell card that can get rid of Ophion. So maybe you need to play 2. Rescue Rebel very good at the beginning, starting opening, and you can get your Ophion. Yeah. So I used to play more of them but you can reduce them. Okay. So this is my meta analysis. Mostly Telements. Then you got the Sprite, and Florinaries is also there. But the one is missing, in my opinion. People need to play more with Evil Swarm. Evil Swarm counters the current meta. Sprite not really that much. Florinaries, they do normal summons, so it's not really helping against the Florinaries monsters. But for that, you can do your work on your board. I mean, this board is not updated. This board needs to be updated. I remove everything in the board. You can put the triple dimensional swifter in this. Then you can play other things around. Especially Runic, you can play, what is this called? I forgot the name. It's the one the spells have to be set first. Yeah. So anyway, that's going to be it with the video. Thanks for watching, and bye.